Are you constantly battling stress, feeling overwhelmed by life's challenges, or struggling to find inner peace? Do you often wonder how to live a life filled with happiness and purpose despite the chaos around you? In this video, we will explore 10 profound principles taught by the Buddha, designed to help you navigate through life's storms and achieve true tranquility. Join us as we delve into these timeless teachings and discover how they can transform your life, bringing inner strength and lasting happiness. Let's embark on this journey together. First, let's explore the first principle taught by the Buddha to help us live a peaceful and happy life. This principle is called firm purposes. Setting clear goals and values provides direction and resilience. Let's dive deeper into this principle. The Buddha always emphasized that to have a peaceful and happy life, we need wisdom and clear direction. Personal goals and values act like a compass, helping us shape our path and stay strong in the face of challenges. When we know what we want and what is most important, we won't get lost or be swayed by negative external factors. Let's look at a specific example to better understand how to apply this principle in life. Imagine you are a farmer. Your goal is to cultivate a bountiful rice field. Without a specific plan and knowing what you need to do to achieve that goal, you can easily be distracted by difficulties like bad weather, pests, or resource shortages. However, if you set clear goals like preparing the soil, selecting good seeds, properly tending to the crops, and having contingency plans for adverse situations, you'll feel more confident and resilient. Values such as patience, diligence, and dedication will help you maintain your spirit and not be swayed by temporary difficulties. Have you ever asked yourself what is the most important thing in life? What makes you happy and helps you overcome difficulties? Take a moment to reflect on your goals and values. You can share them with us in the comments below. To apply the principle of firm purposes in daily life, we first need to clearly identify our goals and values. This requires us to take time to reflect on what truly matters to us. For instance, if your goal is to achieve inner peace, identify the values that support that goal, such as compassion, patience, and sincerity. Once you have identified your goals and values, make a specific plan to achieve them. Set small, feasible steps to get closer to your goal. For example, if you want to become more patient, you can start by practicing daily meditation or attending stress management classes. During the implementation process, always remember to keep your spirit strong and not let temporary difficulties deter you. As the Buddha taught, life is full of challenges, but these challenges help us grow and become stronger. View each difficulty as an opportunity to learn and develop. Additionally, create time to evaluate your progress. This helps you recognize what has been achieved and what needs adjustment. This not only keeps you on track but also helps you identify negative factors early and address them promptly. Finally, remember that direction and resilience do not come from distant goals but from small, consistent daily actions. By maintaining your goals and values, you will have a solid inner strength to overcome all of life's storms and achieve a peaceful, happy life. On the journey to seek happiness and peace, setting clear goals and values is crucial. This not only provides us with direction but also helps us recover quickly when faced with difficulties. Remember, life is a journey of constant learning and growth. Next, let's explore the second principle taught by the Buddha. This principle is called untouchable. Not affected by external circumstances, control your emotional responses. Now let's dive deeper into this principle. The untouchable principle emphasizes that our lives should not be influenced by external circumstances. Instead, we need to learn how to control our emotional responses. The Buddha taught that our mind is like a shining lamp, unaffected by external storms if we know how to keep our mind calm and not let negative impacts affect us. For example, when you encounter a difficult situation, you can choose to react calmly and not let negative emotions control you. By doing this, you will not be influenced by external circumstances and will maintain inner peace. Let's look at some specific examples to better understand how to apply this principle in life. For instance, when someone criticizes or judges you, instead of reacting immediately with anger or sadness, stop and take a deep breath. Ask yourself, does this reaction benefit me? Does it help me maintain peace? Or when you face a failure, instead of blaming yourself and feeling guilty, acknowledge that it is a part of life and an opportunity to learn and grow. By not letting negative emotions control you, you will maintain balance and peace. Have you ever wondered why our emotions are so easily influenced by external circumstances? Have you ever felt a loss of peace because of small things around you? Share with us in the comments below. This helps us realize that we can control our reactions and maintain inner peace. To apply the untouchable principle in daily life, we need to practice controlling our emotions and not letting external circumstances affect our mind. Start by identifying situations that cause negative emotions and take deep breaths to stay calm. Daily meditation practice is also an effective way to train the mind to remain calm and not be swayed. When facing difficulties, remember that we cannot control all circumstances, but we can control our reactions. View everything objectively and do not let negative emotions dominate. This helps us maintain balance and peace, even when life gets stormy. Additionally, create positive values for yourself and stay true to those values. This helps us not be affected by criticism or judgment from others. Always remember that you are the only one who has control over your emotions and mind. On the journey to seek happiness and peace, not being affected by external circumstances and controlling our emotional responses is very important. The untouchable principle taught by the Buddha not only helps us maintain inner peace but also brings inner strength to overcome all challenges in life. Principle number 3 is called insults and defense. Responding to insults with patience and understanding, seeing them as reflections of others' difficulties. Now let's dive deeper into this principle. The insults and defense principle teaches us that when faced with criticism or insults, instead of reacting with anger or hurt, we should respond with patience and understanding. The Buddha emphasized that insults often reflect the difficulties and pain of others rather than our own. By viewing insults in this way, we will not be harmed or negatively affected by them. For example, if someone says something unpleasant about you, instead of reacting immediately with anger or sadness, stop and take a deep breath. Ask yourself, what is this person going through that makes them say such things? Are they facing challenges in their life? Let's look at some specific examples to better understand how to apply this principle in life. For instance, when you are criticized by a colleague at work, instead of arguing or complaining, stay calm and listen. Remember that those criticisms may be a sign of the stress or pressure they are under. Instead of reacting negatively, try to understand and sympathize with them. Or when you are insulted by a family member in a moment of anger, instead of responding with harsh words, stop and think about the reason behind their emotions. They may be facing difficulties that you are not aware of. By doing this, you will not only maintain inner peace but also help reduce tension in the relationship. Have you ever wondered why we are easily hurt by others' insults? Have you ever felt a loss of peace due to unpleasant words around you? Share with us in the comments below. This helps us realize that we can control our reactions and maintain inner peace. To apply the insults and defense principle in daily life, we need to practice patience and understanding when faced with criticism or insults. Start by identifying situations that cause negative emotions and take deep breaths to stay calm. Daily meditation practice is also an effective way to train the mind to remain calm and not be swayed. When faced with insults, remember that we cannot control others' actions, but we can control our reactions. View everything objectively and do not let negative emotions dominate. This helps us maintain balance and peace, even when life gets stormy. Additionally, create positive values for yourself and stay true to those values. This helps us not be affected by criticism or judgment from others. Always remember that you are the only one who has control over your emotions and mind. On the journey to seek happiness and peace, responding to insults with patience and understanding is very important. The insults and defense principle not only helps us maintain inner peace but also brings inner strength to overcome all challenges in life. Principle number 4 is called negative talk. Don't let negative words affect your self-worth. Focus on your actions and values. Now let's dive deeper into this principle. The negative talk principle emphasizes that we should not let others' negative words affect our self-worth. The Buddha taught that each person's value does not depend on external praise or criticism but lies in their own actions and values. When we understand this, we won't be swayed by negative words and will maintain confidence and inner peace. For example, when you hear someone speak badly about you, instead of feeling hurt or angry, remember that those words do not reflect your true self. Your value lies in what you do and the values you uphold, not in others' praise or criticism. Let's look at some specific examples to better understand how to apply this principle in life. For instance, when a colleague speaks ill of you behind your back, instead of responding with arguments or trying to prove them wrong, focus on your work and demonstrate your value through your actions. Remember, your effort and dedication will show everyone your true worth. Or when family members or friends say unpleasant things, instead of feeling sad or angry, try to understand that they may be facing difficulties in life that cause them to react that way. Focus on becoming a better person, doing the right things, and maintaining your values. To apply the negative talk principle in daily life, we need to practice not letting negative words affect our mood and self-worth. Start by identifying situations that cause negative emotions and take deep breaths to stay calm. Daily meditation practice is also an effective way to train the mind to remain calm and not be swayed. When facing negative words, remember that your value lies in your actions and the values you uphold, not in others' praise or criticism. Focus on doing the right things, maintaining your values, and not letting negative words affect your mood. Additionally, create positive values for yourself and stay true to those values. This helps us not be affected by criticism or judgment from others. Always remember that you are the only one who has control over your emotions and mind. Principle number 5 is called protecting the mind, cultivating positive thoughts, practicing mindfulness to prevent negative emotions from dominating. The protecting the mind principle emphasizes that nurturing positive thoughts and practicing mindfulness is an effective way to protect the mind from negative emotions. The Buddha taught that our mind is like a garden. If we do not care for and nourish it with positive thoughts, negative emotions will easily dominate and harm our mind. Mindfulness helps us become clearly aware and control our thoughts and emotions, thereby preventing negative emotions. Let's look at some specific examples to better understand how to apply this principle in life. For instance, when you face a stressful situation at work, instead of letting worry and stress dominate, try to stop and take a deep breath. Focus on your breath and remind yourself that everything will pass, nothing is permanent. Or when you face difficulties in your personal life, instead of drowning in negative thoughts, try to view the problem from a different perspective. Remember the good things in your life and nurture positive thoughts. By doing this, you will maintain inner peace and not let negative emotions dominate. Have you ever wondered why negative emotions easily dominate our minds? Have you ever felt a loss of peace due to negative thoughts? Share with us in the comments below. This helps us realize that we can control our thoughts and maintain inner peace. To apply the protecting the mind principle in daily life, we need to practice nurturing positive thoughts and mindfulness. Start by identifying negative thoughts and replacing them with positive ones. Daily meditation practice is also an effective way to train the mind to remain calm and not be swayed. When facing difficult situations, remember that you can control your thoughts and emotions. Try to view the problem from a different perspective and always remind yourself of the good things in life. This helps us maintain balance and peace, even when life gets stormy. Additionally, create positive habits for yourself and stay true to those values. This helps us not be affected by negative emotions. Always remember that you are the only one who has control over your mind and emotions. Principle number 6 is called overcoming fear and shame. Face these emotions directly, replace them with courage and self-acceptance. The overcoming fear and shame principle emphasizes that we need to face these negative emotions directly and replace them with courage and self-acceptance. The Buddha taught that fear and shame are not inherent to us but are emotions arising from the mind. When we realize that these emotions are just temporary states and do not reflect our true value, we can learn to face them and transform them into courage and self-acceptance. For example, when you feel fear before a new challenge, instead of avoiding or backing down, face the fear directly. Remind yourself that every challenge is an opportunity to learn and grow. Similarly, when you feel ashamed of a past mistake, learn to accept yourself and view that mistake as a valuable lesson. Let's look at some specific examples to better understand how to apply this principle in life. For instance, when you have to give a presentation in front of a crowd and feel fearful, focus on the courage within you. Remember that everyone feels fear at times, and the important thing is how we face it. Take deep breaths, stay calm, and move forward with courage. Or when you encounter a situation that makes you feel ashamed, such as making a mistake at work, face your mistake honestly. Accept that no one is perfect, and that every mistake is an opportunity to learn and improve yourself. By doing this, you will not let negative emotions dominate, and will maintain inner peace. To apply the overcoming fear and shame principle in daily life, we need to practice facing these emotions directly and replacing them with courage and self-acceptance. Start by identifying situations that cause fear and shame, and focus on facing them calmly and courageously. Daily meditation practice is also an effective way to train the mind to remain calm and not be swayed. When facing fear and shame, remember that we can control our emotions. Remind yourself that no one is perfect, and that every mistake is an opportunity to learn and grow. This helps us maintain balance and peace, even when life gets stormy. Principle number 7 is called the unceasing teachers. View everyone as a teacher, learn from their interactions, and practice patience and compassion. The unceasing teachers principle teaches us that every person we meet in life can be a teacher, from whom we can learn valuable lessons. The Buddha emphasized that every interaction, whether positive or negative, is an opportunity for us to learn and grow. By viewing everyone as a teacher, we not only expand our wisdom but also develop patience and compassion. For instance, when you encounter someone who is always annoying and makes you lose patience, view them as a teacher teaching you about patience. Ask yourself, how can I stay calm and patient in this situation? Or when you meet someone who is always willing to help others, view them as a teacher teaching you about compassion. Ask yourself, how can I become more compassionate and willing to help others like this person? Have you ever wondered why we are so easily influenced by our daily interactions? Have you ever felt annoyed or lost patience with someone? Share with us in the comments below. This helps us realize that everyone we meet brings valuable lessons. To apply the unceasing teachers principle in daily life, we need to practice viewing everyone as a teacher and learning from their interactions. Start by identifying valuable lessons from each person you meet. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this person? How can I become more patient and compassionate? When facing difficult situations, remember that everyone we meet brings a lesson. View everything objectively and do not let negative emotions dominate. Principle number 8 is called solid moral principles. Adhering to moral principles, 5 precepts to live an ethical and compassionate life. The solid moral principles principle teaches that adhering to moral principles, 5 precepts, is the foundation for living an ethical and compassionate life. The 5 precepts include not killing, not stealing, not engaging in sexual misconduct, not lying, and not using intoxicants. The Buddha emphasized that when we adhere to these precepts, we create a meaningful life, reduce suffering, and bring about inner peace. Let's look at some specific examples to better understand how to apply this principle in life. For instance, the principle of not killing extends beyond not taking human life to include protecting the lives of animals. This helps us develop compassion and respect for life. The principle of not stealing teaches us not to take what does not belong to us. By adhering to this principle, we live honestly and build trust with those around us. The principle of not engaging in sexual misconduct helps us maintain purity and respect in our relationships with others. This helps us build a happy and faithful family life. The principle of not lying reminds us to live truthfully and reliably. When we always speak the truth, we gain the respect and trust of others. Finally, the principle of not using intoxicants helps us stay clear-minded and sober in all situations. This helps us avoid wrongful actions due to loss of control. Have you ever wondered why we need to adhere to moral principles? Have you ever found it difficult to uphold these precepts? Share with us in the comments below. This helps us realize that adhering to moral principles not only protects ourselves but also benefits society. To apply the solid moral principle in daily life, we need to practice adhering to the moral principles' 5 precepts. Start by identifying behaviors that may violate these precepts and strive to change bad habits into better behaviors. Daily meditation practice is also an effective way to train the mind to remain calm and uphold ethics. When facing difficult situations, remember that adhering to moral principles will help you maintain inner peace and avoid negative consequences. Seek to apply compassion in all your actions, from small daily tasks to important life decisions. Principle number 9 is called living naturally. Harmonize with the natural world, practice gratitude and mindfulness in nature. The living naturally principle teaches that we should harmonize with the natural world and practice gratitude and mindfulness in the natural environment. The Buddha emphasized that nature is the source of life and harmony. When we connect with nature, we experience peace and inner strength. Practicing gratitude and mindfulness in nature helps us recognize and appreciate the good things around us, thereby bringing peace to the soul. For example, when you spend time walking in a park or forest, pay attention to the sounds of nature like birds singing, the rustling of leaves, or the flow of water. Practice mindfulness by focusing on these sounds and feeling the peace they bring. Or when you care for plants in your garden, practice gratitude by acknowledging that these plants not only provide shade and beauty to your life but also help purify the air and bring life to the surrounding environment. Feel the deep connection between you and nature through caring for and protecting it. To apply the living naturally principle in daily life, we need to practice harmonizing with nature and practicing gratitude and mindfulness. Start by spending daily or weekly time connecting with nature. This can be walking in the park, gardening, or simply sitting outside and feeling the peace from nature. When facing difficulties in life, turn to nature as a source of inspiration and peace. Remember that nature always exists and moves in its own way, and we can also learn from nature's patience and harmony. Cherish every moment and be grateful for the good things nature brings. Additionally, create positive habits like outdoor meditation, practicing mindfulness while gardening, or writing a gratitude journal. This helps us maintain a connection with nature and sustain inner peace. Principle number 10 is called letting go, releasing attachment to material possessions, unrealistic expectations, and negative emotions. Now let's dive deeper into this principle. The letting go principle teaches that to live happily, we need to free ourselves from excessive attachment to material possessions, unrealistic expectations, and negative emotions. The Buddha emphasized that attachment is the root cause of suffering. When we cling to material things, set overly high expectations, or are obsessed with negative emotions, we easily lose inner peace. Letting go does not mean giving up everything, but rather learning not to be bound and controlled by these things. For instance, you may have a new phone that you cherish. However, if you become overly attached to it and worry every time it gets a scratch, you will feel constantly anxious and uneasy. Instead, let go of the excessive attachment and realize that the phone is just a tool for your life, not the source of your happiness. Or when you have unrealistic expectations about work or life and reality does not meet those expectations, you will easily feel disappointed and disheartened. Letting go of unrealistic expectations will help you accept reality and find joy in the small things in daily life. Have you ever wondered why we are so easily influenced by material possessions and expectations? Have you ever felt a loss of peace because of these things? Share with us in the comments below. This helps us realize that we can control our thoughts and emotions and maintain inner peace. To apply the letting go principle in daily life, we need to practice freeing ourselves from attachment to material possessions, expectations, and negative emotions. Start by identifying things that make you feel anxious and uneasy, then focus on letting go of those things. Daily meditation practice is also an effective way to train the mind to remain calm and not be swayed by external factors. When facing difficulties in life, remember that letting go does not mean giving up, but learning not to be bound and controlled by those things. Find ways to accept reality and appreciate the good things you have. This helps us maintain balance and peace, even when life gets stormy. Additionally, create positive habits for yourself and stay true to those values. This helps us not be influenced by negative emotions. Always remember that you are the only one who has control over your mind and emotions. On the journey to seek happiness and peace, releasing attachment to material possessions, expectations, and negative emotions is very important. The letting go principle not only helps us maintain inner peace but also brings inner strength to overcome all challenges in life. These are the 10 precious principles that the Buddha has taught us. To develop oneself well, have strong inner strength, and live a peaceful and happy life amidst all problems and life storms, each individual needs to understand these 10 principles clearly. Furthermore, we must practice and know how to apply the Buddha's 10 principles in our lives. We wish you soon to be able to apply the profound teachings of the Buddha and transform your life. We deeply appreciate your companionship throughout today's video. If these teachings have brought value to you, please spread the wisdom by liking, sharing, and subscribing to our Wisdom Life channel so you won't miss out on our next precious lessons. We eagerly await your shares and reflections in the comments below, to together build a community of learning and growth. Sending our best wishes to you and your family. We hope you always find peace, happiness, and love. Thank you once again for dedicating your valuable time to watch this video.